Good day and welcome to today's class. Today's class is a continuation of our previous classes on SS1 mathematics. At the last class, we looked at conversion of numbers from base 10 to other bases, where I showed you how you can convert numbers from base 10. You can write them in base 3, base 5, base 6, base 8, as well as we were able to solve so many examples where I showed you how to do that using the long division method. In today's class, we shall be looking at how to convert numbers in other bases back to base 10. And this can be said to be the reciprocal of what we did at the last class. At the last class, we converted numbers from base 10 to other bases. But this class, we shall be converting from other bases back to base 10. At the last class also, the method we use in the conversion of numbers from base 10 to other bases, I said it is the long division method. In this class, we shall be using the expansion method to convert numbers from other bases back to base 10. So, I said that obtaining numbers in base 10 from given bases involves reversing the original process. We should recall that to change 36 base 10 to base 5, we said you divide 36 repeatedly by 5 and you get the remainder. The remainder is going to give us the value or the equivalent of 36 base 10 in base 5. So when you divide 36 by 5, 5 into 36 is said to be 7 times remainder 1, because 7 times 5 is 35 plus 1 is 36. So divide also 7 by 5. 5 into 7 gives us 1 remainder 2, and 5 into 1 we said is 0 remainder 1, because 5 cannot go into 1, so it is 0 remainder 1. So therefore at that point we say that 36 base 10 is said to be equal to 121 base 5. This was what we did at the last class. So it is also possible to convert 121 base 5 to base 10 using the expansion method, which I'm going to show you today. And this expansion method has been done in GSS3. If you look at the number-based systems in GSS3, you introduce into expansion method how to expand numbers in their bases. So we shall be using that method to convert these numbers from the given basis to base 10. Now what you do is to first of all express it in expansion method. Thereafter, you then simplify and sum them together. It gives you its equivalent in base 10. So 121 in base 5 is equivalent to 36 in base 10. But how is that possible? Now let's use expansion method to arrive at that. This can be said to be equal to, remember, the place values of 1 here is said to be 5 to power 0, while this is 5 to power 1 and this is 5 to power 2. So I'm going to multiply each number with its place values and add them up together, and that will give me its equivalence in base 10. So in order for you to convert numbers from other bases to base 10, we use the expansion method to convert it to base 10. We use the long division method to convert base 10 to other bases, and the expansion method to convert from other bases back to base 10. So this is going to be 1 times 5 to power 2 plus, you pick the second digit, 2 times 5 to power 1 plus the third digit, 1 times 5 to power 0. You then simplify this. This is equal to, remember your board mass, you have to do multiplication before addition. So I'm going to simplify 2 to power 5. 2 to power 5 is said to be 25. So this is going to be equal to 1 times 25 plus 2 times 5 raised to the power 1 is said to be 5 plus 1 times 5 raised to the power of 0 is 1. So then you simplify further. 1 times 25 gives us 25 plus 2 times 5 is 10 plus 1 times 1 is 1. So when you add up all these numbers together, 25 plus 10 is 35. 35 plus 1 is 36. So this is said to be equal to 36 base 10. So this is how to convert from other bases back to base 10. Kindly like our videos as you watch, while I recommend that you subscribe to my channel if you are yet to do so. Also turn on the notification bell so as to be notified whenever a new video is being uploaded. You can use the comment section to interact with me on areas that are still difficult for you to understand. You can also share the link with your friends and family so that they can also benefit from this project. You can also join us on our live classes from 7 p.m. daily to 9 p.m. both on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and on TikTok. Now let's take more exercises on this. Example 1. We are asked to convert the following numbers to base 10. A, we have 310 base 4 converted to base 10, and we shall do this using the expansion method. So A, we have 310 base 4, which you can then write in expansion form. This is 0, 1, 2 in terms of place values, so that this can be written in expansion form as 3 times 4 to power 2 plus 1 times 4 to power 1 plus 0 times 4 to power 0, so that this can be simplified further to be equal to 3 times 4 squared is said to be 4 times 4, that is 16, plus 1 times 4 to power 1 is 4, plus 0 times 4 to power 0 is said to be 1. This is equal to, you then multiply what you have in the bracket. 3 times 16 is 48, plus 1 times 4 is 4, plus 0 times 1 is 0. Add up these numbers. 48 plus 2 gives you 52 base 10. So what we do now is 310 base 4 is said to be equivalent to 52 base 10. So this is how you convert from other bases to base 10. Remember, you use the expansion method. Also, if you can't, I'm going to show you a second method where you can apply this in maybe your objective in how to convert numbers from base 4 or other bases to base 10. B, we are to convert 10121 base 3 to base 10. You also write their place values. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 using the expansion method. This now gives us 1 times 3 raised to power 4 plus 0 times 3 to power 3 plus 1 times 3 to power 2 plus 2 times 3 to power 1 plus 1 times 3 to power 0. So you then simplify this further. All the index numbers, you write them as ordinary numbers. This becomes 1 times 3 to power 3 means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. And that gives you 81. Because 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 times 3 is 81. Plus, do same to the second bracket. 0 times 27 plus 1 times 3 squared is 9 plus 2 times 3 plus 1 times 1. So when you simplify this, it gives you 1 times 81 is 81 plus 0 times 27 is 0. Please kindly note, any number you are multiplying by 0 gives you 0. Plus 1 times 9 is 9 plus 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 times 1 is 1. So this is equal to 81 plus 0 is 81 plus 9 is 90 plus 6 is 96 and plus 1 is 97. So this is equivalent to 97 base 10. Let's go to example 2. In example 2, we have to convert 177 base 8 to base 10. You use the expansion method. This is raised to power 0, 1, and 2 in terms of their place values, so that this can be written as 1 times 8 to power 2 plus 7 times 8 to power 1 plus 7 times 8 to power 0. Thereafter, you simplify what you have in each of the brackets. This is equal to 1 times 8 squared is 64 plus 7 times 8 plus 7 times 1. For 8 raised to the power of 0 is 1. Simplifying this further, this gives us 1 times 64 is 64 plus 7 times 8 is 56. I know that 7 times 7 is 49, and 49 plus 7 is 56. So this is 56 plus 7 times 1 is 7. So when you sum this up together, 64 plus 56 gives you 120. And 120 plus 7 gives you 127, all in base 10. So this is your answer for example 2. Remember, I told you that I'm going to give you a second method on how to convert from other bases to base 10 without using the expansion method. Now, this is what you do. Beginning from the first digit, multiply the first digit by the base, add it to the second digit, or add the second digit to it, multiply it by the base, and add the third digit. Now, irrespective of the number of digits you have, keep adding and multiplying by the base until you get to the last digit. What you do is to add the last digit and stop there. You are not to multiply the last digit by the base. Okay, so you just end it with adding the last digit to it. Let's do what I have just said. 1 times 8 is 8. 8 plus 7 is 15. 15 times 8. 15 times 8, 8 times 5 is 40. You write down 0 and carry 4. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 4 is 12, which is 120. 120 plus 7 gives you 127 in base 10. And 127 is what we got. If you go back to example 1, we got 97. And if you carry out the same procedure I did in example 2, you arrive at the same answer. And now let's do it that way. 1 times 3 is 3 plus 0 is 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 1 is 10 times 3 is 30 plus 2 is 32. 32 times 3. If you multiply 32 times 3, this gives you 96. 96 plus 1 is 97, and that is what we have here. So let's look at A. Apply same method. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 1 is 13. 13 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12, carry 1. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1 is 5, which is 52. And 52 plus 0 is 52, all in base 10. So without the use of calculator and without the use of the expansion method, you can as well convert numbers from other bases down to base 10 using the multiplication method I just solved for you. That brings us to the end of today's class. In today's class, we have looked at how to convert numbers from other bases to base 10. And I shall be giving you this assignment. You shall convert the following binary numbers to base 10. convert, this is all in base 2. Okay, so you have to convert them from base 2 to base 10. You are to use the expansion method and then use the multiplication method I gave you to confirm your answers. And let me know in the comment section if you have any challenges. You are also to do question 2, where you have to convert the following numbers in base 4 to base 10. So we have 4 of them. Convert them using both methods to base 10. We also have question 3. We have to convert from base 6, 8, 7, and 16 to base 10. And last but not the least, you have to change this in base X, yes, to base 10. Kindly like our videos as you watch, while I recommend that you subscribe to my channel if you are yet to do so. Also turn on the notification bell so as to be notified whenever a new video is being uploaded. You can also use the comment section to interact with me on areas that are still difficult for you to understand. Also share the link with your friends and families so that they can also benefit from this project. You can join us daily for our live sessions, but from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily, either on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, where we shall be attending to you live on questions that are related to mathematics. Thank you. See you in our next class, and do have a nice day.